into, I would say, everything I do with clients, with men in the journeyman. One example, and it's something that is really at the core to narrative therapy and narrative perspective in general. But you may have heard this phrase, but a core aspect of narrative therapy is, the person is not the problem is the problem. And so inherently it separates the person from the problem, right? Someone comes into my office, plops down and goes, I'm depressed. And I say, no, John, you're not. You're John. You're dealing with depression. And that is a really interesting semantic, but it's really important, right? It's really very important. And so in the Journeyman Foundation, again, we're doing sort of a different narrative than the hero's journey. So instead of going off and battling dragons, in the metaphor that I use in the Journeyman curriculum, we are struggling with and dealing with our imps, the little buggers that like to run around and screw shit up. And instead of battling them, we're trying to understand them. We're trying to see and our issues, our problems, the obstacles, all of those things we can externalize and look at and just see what's our relationship with that right now. And 99% of the time, guys start off naming their imp and going, oh God, it's always trying to mess things up. This is a terrible pattern. But we often are able to evolve their relationship with their imps into a way where the imp can be, depending on the metaphor, a familiar, or at their counsel, or sitting at their table, or a helper or whatnot. But we can evolve our relationship with these inner patterns and inner stories by looking at them externally. And so that's a great example of narrative that we use all the time.